Welcome to the first portfolio update. I'm gonna try to make this thing grow by about 2,000 to 3,000 a month, and we'll see how big we can get this thing, how fast. But I just want to go through the trades that happen and give you guys a little bit of life update. A lot of you guys may know that my portfolio at one point was at about $27,000 or $28,000, and I lost everything. So basically what happened is, many of you guys may know, I just got out of school. I took out a couple loans. So what do? When I hit zero net worth, I just sold everything off and I paid those down. So paid the student loans off. I feel free. Now I have a little bit more money to throw back into it. That was in about September. Unfortunately, the market ran way up right after I did that, so that kind of sucked, but you know, it is what it is. We got right back in the game, and now we're making some gains again. We hopped out of the market on about August 21st, and that lasted about till September 6th. So what's that? That's 6 plus 9. So after 9 days, I couldn't handle it, so I hopped back into the market. And the stuff that I started buying, a lot of people were like, huh? Like, why are you buying those? There's terrible news coming out about those companies. And I'll probably do just like a little scan of all of the companies that I watch for you. What I basically did when I was coming back into the market was I said, okay, I've got all these companies that I used to own. Which ones are the most undervalued right now? And it just happens to be that the ones that are undervalued are the ones that are under scrutiny. So which ones did we hop back in? We hopped back in 10 shares of Abbvie, 48 shares of BTI, 3 shares of J&J, 21 shares of 3M, 30 shares of MO, which is Altria, aka Marlboro, Realty Income, aka WBA, aka Warner Brothers Association. No, actually that's Walgreens. And the last one is ExxonMobil. I just want to go over 3 things before we get out of this video, because this is just going to be a quick update. One is, what is the bad news that is swept over each one of these companies? 2 is, how bad do I think this is going to impact these businesses? And I'm going to tell you kind of why I still bought into these businesses, why I still believe in these businesses. And additionally, the reason why I invest in individual stocks is because I'm kind of bored by index funds. Let's put it this way. I'm going to use a basketball analogy. Let's say that you had 2 different options. Let's say that option number 1 was you could put somebody else in the game. They play the game for you. They do pretty good. You know, they maybe drop about, 10 points, which is, that's decent statistics. Or you could put yourself in the game and you might drop 2 points or you might drop 50. Whereas with the other person, they're going to drop 20 points every single time. That's how I feel as far as just tracking the market. I mean, that's what I do in my retirement accounts. But as far as this stuff, I'm more likely to put more money towards it if I'm more interested in it. So that's why I do individual stocks. You don't have to. In fact, I would recommend that most people don't, because they're not going to do the research. So as we go down here, we've got Abbvie, Johnson & Johnson, 3M, and Walgreens. Those are all in the pharmaceutical sector, and Walgreens has a little bit of exposure to the retail side. So we all know the big brother Amazon is coming into the retail sector and destroying everyone. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation recently sold this stock. So a lot of people are not really liking this stock, and I love it. So I swoop in and I get some shares. Moving into these companies, Abbvie, J&J, 3M, Walgreens, they're exposed to a lot of different scrutiny from different lawsuits, as far as like the opioid crisis and all these different things that are happening with drugs right now. So they're kind of coming under a lot of scrutiny. Wall Street does not like that, so they're selling it off. Let's see, MO, Altria, and BTI, what they're experiencing is declines in cigarette volumes, and of course that vape scandal that's going on, so that is not looking very good. But do I think it's going to stop them from paying that dividend? Do I think it's going to affect their cash flow in such a way that it's not going to be a good investment at these prices? Absolutely not. I swoop in, I slid in the DM. I had to get some shares, so I picked up 48 shares of BTI. I want to build that up to about a 100 share position, maybe 100 to 200 shares I'd feel comfortable with in BTI. Probably about 100 shares, 100 to 150 shares in Altria I'd feel comfortable with. And you may be thinking, that's not very diversified, but I mean, how much money is $7,000 going to really change my life? Am I getting ready to retire off $7,000? Probably not. So I just kind of like building out a significant position before I move into the next stock. So that's my reasoning with that. What other ones do we have on here? AT&T. So the reason why I like AT&T is because I really love their cash flow. Why they're under scrutiny is they've got that direct TV debacle. They've got a lot of debt on their balance sheet. But I really think that just listening to conference calls and looking at the numbers, I think that that cash that they've got coming in is going to be able to pay down that debt. I think that 5G is going to be a really good tailwind for them. I think they're going to be able to pay that debt down with the cash they've got coming in. And I think that in the long run, I'm going to be really glad that I bought these shares at this price. All right, 2 more. Realty Income. That's a great monthly dividend stock. I like exposure to the REITs. I think this is one of the best REITs. Don't really like it that much at this price, but I just had to stick my foot in the door at some point or another. And I'm looking to build that to, probably pay out about $10 to $15 a month. So sticking my foot in when it's a little high, maybe it trends down, but I just kind of wanted to build out a position in that. And the last one before we get out of here is ExxonMobil. They've got really strong cash flows. Payout ratio is a little bit high right now, but I'm willing to stick my foot out there. We'll see where it trends. If it keeps on trending down, that might be the one that I go after next. Right now, I'm most strongly looking at ExxonMobil. I'm looking at BTI. I'm looking at Altria, and I'm actually looking at McDonald's. Today is October 23rd, 2019. Starting to trend down. They just had bad earnings, and I'm thinking about sticking myself back into some McDonald's shares. So we'll see. I think I'm interested in McDonald's at about 180, but we'll see where it trends over time. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this portfolio update. If you guys like these type of videos, make sure you give it a like and comment something down below. I'll see you guys in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.